needless to say, that wasn't quite how I'd envisioned that going. Hi guys, and welcome back to Liverpool. It's transfer deadline day. If you like transfers, drop a like. Doesn't mean we're going to be making any. However, I have a plan up my sleeve. Everything has gone yellow, and I'm seeing rumours of Roberto Firmino to Real Madrid, and it makes my brain go aflutter to the idea of maybe we could do a little switcheroo, move Mr. Bobby Firmino to Real Madrid, and then bring Mr. Mbappe's here. It could go horribly wrong. It could go terribly wrong. And that's part of the reason I might quite like to do it. Particularly as we sort of find ourselves in a situation where we have a grand total of £60,000 of transfer budget available. Despite the Loris Karius money coming in, it's the equivalent of your nan's Christmas card fund. And that's great. We love your nan. But she isn't going to finance a transfer for Kylian Mbappe, is she? And it sucks because we're seeing all these big transfers, rumours around, and there's us just sort of... It's kind of like... You finish school, you go into the sweet shop with your mates, they're pulling out £5 notes and you're sort of scraping through your wallet and, hey, look, I've got some coppers. Can I afford a Freddo? How much? Don't even get me started on the price inflation of Freddos. Needless to say, that's probably going to be my plan. You know what? It's the beta. Let's have a little bit of fun. Imagine that, Kylian Mbappe as well, rocking up and me being like, yeah, so you're going to play as a supporting deep lying forward. I hope you like running backwards. In today's video, we're going to be playing against Arsenal, Chelsea and West Brom, as well as transfer goodness in addition to that. So it's trivia time. Might be quite a difficult one for you. I think I'd like to mix it up a little bit. So Arsenal, as we all know, went on a 49-game league unbeaten run, just so damn close to getting 50. And two players in their squad played 48 of the 49 games. Who were they? Tough one, I realise. Answers in the comments. We'll find out later. Real Madrid haven't actually put a bid in yet for Bobby, so we're going to just have to sort of see what happens with that. I can't offer him out for obvious reasons. My hope is that, should they come in, we can negotiate, as long as the amount is a reasonable amount above the 56 million that we need for Mbappe, firstly, because, obviously... Yeah, firstly, I want to check to make sure I can buy him now still. So the buy now is £56 million. With the way that the transfers work, we would still need oh god, though, this is the thing. Because it's 80% of the amount. Basically, it's a very dangerous situation where we could end up selling Bobby Firmino and then not having enough money to get Mbappe anyway. It's a very dangerous situation, I agree. The question then is, and it's actually interesting that only a few of our players are actually attracting any interest. Now, there are a few sort of lower squad players, but then it's Kaide Gordon, and I don't really want to sell someone like Kaide Gordon. He's a really strong young talent, and that would be a really bad idea for my money. This is going to be a wheelie-dealy kind of day, and I really don't particularly want to sell Joe Gomez either. Who's actually what? Is it Newcastle? It's Arsenal, in fact, because if we sold Bobby Firmino for the high end of that at £65 million, we'd kind of be getting back just shy of around about 50 in transfer budget, which isn't enough, most importantly, for us to finance the Mbappe deal. I'm regretting that Juan Cuadrado deal even more. I'd like to make it happen, but really it is going to require some sales. There is always the option of trying to sell someone like Minamino. I like Minamino, I do. But if it allows us to get Mbappe here, we'd prefer to stay at Liverpool. I will do an unspecified one. We will see. Let's don't want to pay a lot of money there, in fact. £22.5 million for Takumi Minamino. Now, it would only be 11 million up front, but it might just be enough to get us over the line. I might be making terrible mistakes here. And Real Madrid still haven't actually put... What's the betting that Real Madrid don't put a bid in at all? Who's rejected the contract from Leicester anyway. That doesn't mean that we can't find another club for him that might be willing to pay more up front. Newcastle's still making some big moves. Yes, I would very much like these players, but these transfer ranges... It's just not going to happen, is it? We're not going to be able to get Casemiro. It's not looking good for us right now. We've got 8 hours and still no news from Real Madrid. We've really not had any bids on any players at all. Maybe we could make the move a little bit more. If the right deal comes along, we'll be open to it. Maybe that'll sweeten the pot. Okay, something's happened. It's also worth noting that he's no longer even appearing on... Oh, yes, he is. He is appearing there. Real, if you fancy it, we're heading towards anticlimax central here, I sense. I would have liked to have seen, I don't know, Real Madrid actually bid. Now, I know I probably could have offered him out to try to provoke that, but honestly, if they didn't put a bid in, I'd be more likely to piss him off, I would have thought. Ah, dearie me. Bloody Real Madrid, eh? Newcastle spent another 144. My God. So in this window, they brought in Chris Mepham from Bournemouth, Robin Lenormand from Real Sociedad for 43 million, Rami Bensebaini from Gladbach for 12 million, William Carvalho for 39 million, Ruben Vezo from Levante for 25 million, and Jesse Lingard, of course, from United. 240 million Newcastle have spent this season. Oh my God. Watch them finish 11th. That was disappointing. Look at this. Newcastle spent twice as much money than any other team in Europe. That is insane. And they accounted for over half of the Premier League's total spending, and actually by themselves spent more money than every other league in Europe as well. So no problems here. Should be able to register up Juan Cuadrado. even if he is carrying a bit of a knock. Our star signing, Juan Cuadrado. Needless to say, that wasn't quite how I'd envisioned that going. FA Cup, West Brom, away from home. We're going to rotate the squad a little bit because obviously we've got Chelsea and Arsenal coming up soon. So I guess my question is, I'll do a selection advice and then I will adjust on my own here, essentially. So Mane is back. What the hell's going on here? Right, okay, let's just sort that out for a start. There we go. So Mane's back from the African Cup of Nations, which is nice. However, he will not start because I will start, obviously, Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota because they seem to be my starting backups. What a sentence. Start Tsimikas left side and Cuadrado right side. Van Dijk, of course, is actually suspended for this as well. Wait, does that mean he is only going to serve a one-match ban in the league? If he's suspended for this game too. Although, they do look they might be cracking out a bit of wide centre-backery, so we've got to be careful. Now, Thiago and I are still not seeing eye to eye because he's complaining about his playing time, and thus, now that I've put him in the team, he's decided that he doesn't actually care. It's like, I didn't want it in the first place. Needless to say, this needs to be a result. The board expects us to get to the final, but having these games against championship clubs is a really good way to rest out players in matches we really need them to be rested out for. We need to have a fully fresh side. I think we're capable of beating Chelsea. It's the Arsenal, and we have beat both of them this season. But if we can come through the next 2 league games with 2 wins, then I think that we're really, surely at that point, have to be considered odds-on favourite for the title. It would have been nice to see Mbappe, but hey, it happens, I suppose. We tried. Cuadrado, I want to see a better performance out of him than we've seen in the first couple of games for us. So he's driving forward. Nice ball for Jota. Bodies in the box. One of them is Firmino, and he's on the end of it, and it was 1-0 Liverpool. I probably should have started Divock Origi for this game, actually, now that I think about it. But it is West Brom 0, Liverpool 1 on 10 minutes, and that's kind of what we needed just to get ourselves going here. Some relatively basic stuff. Cuadrado actually does well here. Picks up the ball, drives into the midfield space, drops it around the side for Jota, and it's just a really simple cross across the box. Firmino, easy as you like finish. I wish I'd started Origi. Thiago now to take the corner. Can he find someone like Konate at the back post? And it is going to be a penalty to us as well. And we can basically get this game wrapped up inside 13 minutes at this rate. Is that Fabinho on the pen? It is. Fabinho from the spot for Liverpool. Slots it home. 2-0. Comfortable cruising through. Bear in mind, we've not conceded a goal in 6 Premier League games now. And our unbeaten run stretches all the way back, if you count normal time anyway, to that Inter game in the Champions League. This is nuts. We've only had 2 shots on target. Oh, but they've still required us to score 2 goals. So we'll take it. Thiago's ball in. Cuadrado flicked away. Scoops it out for Cuadrado, of all people, who drills it over the bar. He could have done better there. An opportunity maybe for the baggies here, as it's actually flicked down and cleared away. Wow. Nearly an opportunity for West Brom there, as Firmino very nearly manages to break away for us as well. I mean, it's a big chance. It technically was an opportunity for West Brom there, but a very comfortable first half from us. Once we took the lead, we kind of just tailed off a little bit. A few little pot shots from range. Faced with the ball through, and Carlin Grant always tried to chip the keeper, and it's pinged off the crossbar. Okay, chance for us now maybe to put this game to bed. Thiago's ball in, and it's at the back post and off the crossbar from Joel Matip. Should have been 3. Going to slow our pace down a tad as well. 2 minutes to go here. Kind of just chilled throughout the second half without much effort required on our part here. Cuadrado with a brilliant tackle. Could this lead to something maybe? Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, it's a great strike, and it just clips the crossbar on the way through. Well, a pretty straightforward win in the end, really. 2-0, comfortable. Could have had more goals, actually. West Brom committed a lot of fouls in this game, but those just early goals really just set the stall out for us. We just had to defend for the rest of the game, and it was an opportunity to rotate the entire team, basically, without, well, the exceptions of, like, Fabinho and that, but whole backline was rotated, which is awesome. Right, we move. Okay, 5th round draw. There's still some like winnable, I mean, obviously they're all winnable for us, but my point is that there's still some championship clubs left in here, albeit only a few. But it'd be nice if we could get one of them. Or Burnley of the Premier League. That's definitely a winnable option for us to get ourselves into the next round. It'd be our 3rd consecutive away game, but oh well. United and Chelsea getting quite lucky with their draws. And Newcastle, for that matter. Okay, so Juan Cuadrado is fit for this game. Not that it matters, because he will not be starting here. But you can notice in the league, there have been a few other matches knocking about. So firstly, Manchester United played a few extra games, but it hasn't really gained them too much ground. But in other big news, Chelsea and Spurs play each other today. That's not really relevant. Chelsea are not actually that close. They're 17 points behind us, and we've got a game in hand of them. It's City away at Everton that really matters. If we beat Arsenal and Everton could do us a favour, because you'll notice that 5-point gap could really stretch. If we win and City even drop points, that gap could go to 7 points, which would really start to be very difficult to claw back. But Arsenal have only lost 1 game this season, and it was to us. We've literally, out of the 46 games we've played between us, there's only been 1 defeat. That's mental. Selection advice, that should change most of this team around a little bit. No. Alexander-Arnold in midfield. I mean, obviously he can do that, but that's not really what I want. I'd much rather have Alexander-Arnold back here in his natural state, as it were. Obviously, Henderson's still out. I'll happily play the Ox there. I like him a lot. I think this is a solid lineup for us. Obviously, we're going to miss Van Dijk, but that's his own fault. Strong-looking Arsenal team. They're looking like they're ready to go. Also, trivia fans. Yes, we're back, of course. So, yes, the 2 players that played 48 of the 49 games during Arsenal's invincible run were obviously Thierry Henry, no surprises there, and also Kolo Touré. So there we go. Wonder if you got that one right. Off the wheel of emotions this week, Thiago has chosen hesitant. Tune in next week to find out which bizarre emotion he'll be feeling before kickoff. This is massive. At the Emirates, Arsenal versus Liverpool, literally anything but a defeat. So far we've had a few long ranges, it would seem, but not actually anything worth showing us, apparently. City and Everton at 1-1. Are we going to have a highlight at all? We just had a whole half that didn't have a highlight. We've had some shots. Why are we not seeing them? So, yeah, it's 0-0 at half-time, and we've seen nothing. What a game, eh? Everton and City are at 2-2 at the moment, in case you were wondering. So they are dropping points, but then so are we, I suppose, but also stopping Arsenal from gaining points. Also, notably, that first thing we just saw in the entire game, really, was just a meaningless free kick to nobody. But there you go. So far, we've limited Arsenal pretty much as you'd expect us to. But still, the game is very finely balanced right now, and I think that some changes might have to be made, but the question is what at the moment? Great interception by Andy Robertson. Can he set us away here? He's found Mane. It's a really poor touch from Mane, though. Can't take it into his stride, and it goes straight back to Arsenal again. Gomez. This is such a big game. Milner. Now Mane with a bit of space to run into. He's got into the box. He's gone out of the box. Back for Robertson. Oh, he needs to get that ball in the box, but there's a real difficulty here. Mane, ball in. Firmino's header, saved by Ramsdale. First actual opportunity we've seen today. He's been solid tonight, as always. Pushing it in midfield again. Nice, Firmino. Oxlade-Chamberlain, round the side for Mo Salah. This is the chance. Oh, he's gone too deep. Firmino! Oh, that was the big opportunity. Great piece of play. Lovely ball to find Salah. He actually does the right thing there by cutting back, but oh, that was the chance. We're definitely passing it around nicely, but there's just a lack of cutting edge right now. Robertson's finally got past his man. He might be able to deliver something here. He's all the way through. Andy Robertson. Origi. He can't turn. Oh, there was a chance again, this time for Mane. Alexander-Arnold's ball. Konate's header over the bar. Well, second half's been a lot more interesting than the first one. Not that that took much, but at the moment it is looking like a 0-0 here. But any goal now is probably a winner, and we cannot let it be Arsenal. We've been the better side, particularly in the second period of this match, but we cannot let it not count. I'd settle for a 0-0 if we have to. We'd get through another game without losing. That's the key. Arsenal are very pushed up. If we were to win the ball off them, there would be counter-attacking options, but they have got a lot of players forward right now. Oh, God. Oh, and Alisson makes a save. His first one of the match, I think. Arsenal might have found a late charge here on us, which is the last thing we need. And actually, Trent getting a little bit out of position here, and I don't know what's going on here. Tons of space available here. I don't know what's going on there. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, Martin Odegaard with the goal, and for some reason, Trent just doesn't go with his man. Like, he's chasing the wrong guy. And then he just sort of... Yeah, he's not set to man mark him or anything, and then they just completely leave him. I don't know. I think Tavares might have been the fullback, but surely he should have got across there, and I think Trent lays to blame for a lot of that, and we look like we might well lose our unbeaten season. Oh, that's so disappointing. To concede a goal like that as well, it's a great goal from Odegaard, but my lord. We've been the better side tonight as well. Arsenal have barely created anything, and still haven't really. But it's the simple things like that where you just can't finish. 30 seconds to go here at the Emirates. Unless we pull out a miracle in the next 20-odd seconds, then we are very much going to lose our first Premier League game of the season, and it will be to Arsenal, the only other team that have only lost a game this year. That's really disappointing, because I don't think we've been bad enough to lose this one. Well, we have, because we literally have on paper. But that's frustrating. I don't think we've played that badly, really. It's just not been our day. In front of goal. And there we go. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0. Our unbeaten season is in tatters. Off of that, 0.4... Oh, God. Well, it happens, doesn't it? Like, this season we've been pretty good for the most part. It's literally our first defeat of the year. But in a game like that, where we actually played pretty well, it is very disappointing to lose. The only thing we can really take stock in is the fact that City dropped points to Everton, meaning that we do at least remain 4 clear of them. But the gap to Arsenal is now 0. There is no gap, and we have lost our unbeaten season. Damn it! And now we have to play Chelsea next as well. At home, at least, but still. That was a real opportunity for us to at least maintain the gap. Okay, so we have to bounce back. That's the simple fact of the matter. We must bounce back. Why does he keep doing that? Mane needs a rest despite having literally only played 1 game. He didn't play against West Brom, and now he's played 1 game and needs a rest again. Mane, come on, man. All right, let's see what they want to do. Van Dijk is at least back. So yes, he did serve one of his games against West Brom. Jota to the left-hand side, Salah there. That's fine. Milner as the box-to-box. And Trent again in the middle. I mean, you know what? If maybe that is the play, to have Cuadrado play there and Trent play in the centre this time around. My assistant obviously wants to do that for a reason. Worth a crack, I suppose. We've got to try to do something after that happened in the last game. It's one of those things. I don't think we were bad against Arsenal. I don't think we were fantastic, but they certainly weren't very good either. And I think that was unfortunately, just a bit of misfortune from us there. But when you're playing as well as we have been this season, that seems to be the things that then generally get you. Yeah, I'm going to bring Konaté back in despite the sort of lack of fitness, just because him and Van Dijk is such a good pairing. Still gutted about the Arsenal game though, having won 6 in a row without conceding in the league. And didn't play that much. We played just about as well as we had in any of the other games against much better opposition, but that's just how these things go, I suppose. But we got to turn things around today, though. At home against Chelsea, we beat them at Stamford Bridge very, very comfortably in the end, despite having 10 men for most of the second, well, in fact, for almost the entire second half. We certainly didn't look particularly threatened by them in that match. So they are playing a slightly different system. That's a very dangerous tackle. They are playing a different system today, though, so that should worry us a little bit. Chelsea maintaining an insane amount of possession. It's certainly not been... Oh, no, Andy Robertson, are you kidding me? 25 minutes is... Oh, God. What is it about Chelsea and us and red card? 25 minutes and Robertson's been booked twice. And also drop the defensive line back. Kind of like how we did against Stamford Bridge, but the difference is we were winning in that game when that happened. Now we're without Mane because of the tiredness and down to 10 men at home inside the first few moments here. As Salah's header is well saved. Can he put the rebound in though? Firmino blocked. Firmino in over the line. It's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0 with 10 men. 3 minutes after going down to 10 men, we now take the lead at Anfield. And now we actually do have something to hang on to. Really nice football here from Jota. Getting down this left-hand side. Salah incredibly wins the header. But then the vision to put this back across. Firmino's original shot is well blocked, but on the rebound of the second time, pops it home for his 8th goal of the year. Would Mbappe have done that? Probably. Actually, probably. Firmino for the counter, maybe. Oh, that was so poor. He has to do better there. Please don't concede off of this. What a tackle on Timo Werner. But we should have had a counter-attack there, and we didn't take the chance. I don't think this chance is over yet either. Reece James, and what a save from Alisson. Well, we have managed to sneak in at half-time. 1-0 up here with 10 men. Andy Robertson's done himself no favours in there, of course, but we are winning. Haven't done a lot since the goal, though. Not even sure what our plan should really be here at this point, because we just have to keep plugging away, really. See, nothing is really happening in this game at the moment, although Trent now has a chance from a free kick. Playing in midfield today, he's not done spectacularly, but he can take a hell of a free kick. And look at the space the keeper's given him. Alexander-Arnold, it's 2-0. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 0. And the 10 men of Liverpool have now got a 2-goal advantage. And Trent Alexander-Arnold scores his first goal of the season. I mean, this is actually more impressive than the one at Stamford Bridge. We went down to 10 men in that game after we'd already gone 2-0 up. This time, we've gone down to 10 men and then gone 2-0 up. Incredible scenes. Chelsea are really building up a head of steam now. Bit more space in the middle of the pitch for them. Oh, it's a great ball through. Martial. Oh, around the side for Reece James. Back for Martial. Oh, it's a great goal for Chelsea as Anthony Martial scores his 3rd goal of the season here. Chelsea do get back in it, and I just don't know if we're going to be able to hang on this time. 10 minutes to go at Anfield. 2-1 to Liverpool. We're defending for our lives now. We're in full time waste mode here for the next 4 minutes. Can we see this over the line? Oh! Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. And the 10 men have pulled out an absolutely stonking result right now. And that hopefully will go out of play, or we can at the very least just block the cross. Mason Mount to the byline, whips it through. Well won by Konate, and we should just be able to keep hold of the possession now for a few seconds to see this game out. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. The 10 men have pulled off an absolute miracle there. And honestly, it's a very even game. That could have gone either way. Trent Alexander-Arnold was the difference maker in that one with that wonderful free kick. Definitely wasn't as easy as the one at Stamford Bridge in the end, but getting that result after going down to 10 men so early is utterly mesmerising from the lads. So happy with that. And in even better news, Manchester United 2, Arsenal 0. So we end up getting our 3-point lead of the league straight back again as Arsenal, after pulling off a pretty fortunate result against us, immediately go and bugger it up against Manchester United in the next game. That's superb news, because now our gap over City goes to 7 points, and City have to go away to Ellen Road lately. Later. The big question is what City do. And they drew 0-0. City have dropped more points in the Premier League, and we now find ourselves 6 points clear of them. Oh, I hate seeing that red in there. It's terrible. It makes for a very bad viewing when the sea of green, there's just a little bit of red algae knocking about in there too. So next episode is huge. If you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That would be tremendous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be gorgeous as well. I'll stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow that too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Champions League's return. Good God. I don't even know what to say. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.